Can you imagine a dog so large that it makes you feel like you're alongside a mythical creature? Well, you've come to the right video. Hello, I'm Abby, and today in Trend Max, I'll take you on a journey where a dog's size does matter, and in a big way. Get ready for stories that exceed the normal scale. Adventures of dogs whose size defies all logic. From gentle giants to colossal guardians, we'll show you a world where big is just the beginning. Are you ready to explore the lives of the biggest dogs you could ever imagine? Let's discover together these incredible stories of furry giants. The biggest Great Dane dogs. Number 9. Imagine a pony, okay? Now, imagine that pony is a dog. Boom! Meet Rocco. The Great Dane that could easily be confused with a small horse. Look at him! This giant measuring 40 inches from shoulder to paw is not just a big dog, he's a phenomenon of nature, living in Reno, Nevada, with owners Nick Helms and Jessica Williams. This gentle giant has won the hearts of everyone. Although some prefer to cross the street rather than come face to face with this lovable behemoth. Honestly, I don't get it. Since he was a puppy, Rocco was always larger than the others. At 8 weeks old, he was already the size of a 6-month-old Labrador. Can you imagine his owner's surprise? Every day was like waking up to a new and increasingly larger dog. But despite his size, Rocco has the heart of a puppy. He's very gentle. Plus, this friendly giant enjoys opening doors, drinking water from the sink, and yes, like any star, he prefers jerky as a snack. Oh well, imagine this scenario. You're watching your favorite show, and suddenly, you feel a weight on you. No, it's not your cat, it's Rocco. This Great Dane thinks he's a Chihuahua and loves to cuddle in his human's laps. He's not aware of his own size. But wait, there's more. This dog is not only large in stature, but also in heart. If he sees an injured animal on TV, he starts crying. Yes, you have a giant dog crying in your living room. What more could you ask for? And if you're wondering what it's like to play with Rocco, think of tug of war. Except, in this case, more than a game. It seems like a strength training session. Rocco won't just beat you, he'll drag you across the floor as if you were a feather. Better not risk it. Now, as you recover from the surprise of imagining life with Rocco, get ready because what's coming is even bigger. Ready to meet the next giant on our list? Number 8. Hey giant dog lover, don't leave just yet. Get ready for the story of Freddy, the little one who became a giant. From Leigh-on-Sea, Essex, this Great Dane not only reached new heights, he broke records. In 2012, Freddy stood as the tallest living dog in the world, measuring a staggering 40 inches. Can you imagine? Now here's the interesting part. This giant started as the runt of the litter, so small it was worrisome. But surprise, this David turned into Goliath, measuring an impressive 7 feet, 5.5 inches on 2 legs. You'd need a ladder to pat him on the head. But Freddy wasn't just a giant in stature, he was also a giant in personality. With an appetite that cost almost $110 a week, this Great Dane had a particular taste for chewing sofas. As you heard, imagine coming home and find that your pet has turned your sofa into a pile of sponges and fabric. Well, Claire Stoneman, his owner, didn't have to imagine it. But despite the small or big detail, Freddy was her treasure, her loving giant. Sadly, after suffering health issues in his hind legs, he passed away on January 27, 2021, at 8.5 years old. Ready to continue our giant adventure? The next on our list is another example that, in the canine world, size does matter. Don't miss the next story in our incredible countdown of Great Danes. Number 7. Here comes Zeus, the latest giant to hold the title of the world's tallest living dog. You already knew of him, right? Although he wasn't the largest ever, sorry to disappoint you, this Great Dane from Bedford, Texas made his mark in history with his impressive 41 inches in height from the shoulders. He was an imposing figure. More than a dog, he seemed like a legend from a mythological tale. Zeus was an exceptional being, not only for his size, but for his gentle character and spirit. At the Dallas Farmers Market, he became a local celebrity where everyone knew and adored him. This friendly giant enjoyed the attention and pampering, proving that, despite his size, he had a heart as big as his stature. Unfortunately, Zeus's throne was left vacant as, after a brave battle against bone cancer, Zeus left us on September 12, 2023. His departure was truly a sad moment, not only for his family, but for everyone who knew his story. but even though he's no longer with us, his memory lives on today. His presence was so great that, even after his departure, he continues to be an inspiration for all giant dog lovers. I bet he's your favorite too. Zeus, the last titan of Great Danes, will be remembered as an extraordinary dog, whose story and legacy are as immense as he was. Who do you think could take his place? Stay tuned, because the world of Great Danes never ceases to amaze us. Number 6. If you thought the previous representatives were the best examples of Great Danes, wait until you meet Harvey. With an impressive height of 41.5 inches at the shoulders, Harvey is like a skyscraper in the canine world. Check this out. Harvey, with his majestic stature, is standing next to Yogi, a Bichon Frise. The difference is so comical that it looks like a scene from an animated movie. But no, it's clearly reality. This dog from the UK not only takes the prize for his height, but also redefines the concept of dog's life. Listen to this. Harvey was so big that he had his own double bed. Imagine walking into a room and seeing a Great Dane comfortably sprawled on a double bed, perhaps dreaming of chasing giant squirrels. Luxuries I can afford. But don't be fooled by his size. Harvey was much more than just a big dog. He was a celebrity, earning a place in record books and in the hearts of everyone who knew him. Also, with a character as big as his size, Harvey was the kind of dog that made you wonder, who needs a security guard when you have a Great Dane? With Harvey, we once again see the kind and affectionate side of these giants. Dogs that, despite their size, earn the love and admiration of those around them. They are guardians, not just because of their size, but also because of their loyalty and unconditional love. You'd want one too, right? Well, stop imagining Harvey taking up a whole double bed and get ready to meet the next extraordinary dog on our list. Who knows what surprises the next Great Dane will bring on this giant journey. Number 5. Ready for a trip to the past? Because we're going back to 1984 to meet Shamganas, a Great Dane that literally raised the bar for large dogs. Let me tell you about it. This pioneer of the canine skies, with an impressive height of 41.5 inches, became the first documented record holder. Imagine that in the 80s. In an era where big bones were a novelty, Danzas were already big in itself. Although information about Shamganas is as scarce as a dog afraid of water, what we know is enough to leave a mark. It's his story. Measured on October 16, 1984, this Great Dane not only broke height records, but also stereotypes. Sometimes, we don't need to know all the details to appreciate the magnitude of an achievement. Shamganas, with his monumental size, probably left more than one person in awe. Can you imagine walking a dog that can look over some fences without even trying? This wasn't just a dog, it was a living monument to canine greatness. Although his story may be brief, his impact is eternal. Just like skyscrapers, some dogs are simply born to touch the sky. Now, get ready to continue being amazed by your next giant, whose story also promises to be as grand as his size. Who will be the next on our list of legendary Great Danes? Number 4. Get ready for the story of Gibson, a Great Dane who was not only tall, but had a personality as big as his size. This gentle giant, living in Grass Valley, California, reached a height of 42.20 inches, enough for him to become the world's tallest dog according to Guinness World Records in 2004, after surpassing Harvey. Look at him, no one could argue. But even more impressive is that this great beauty worked as a therapy dog, helping others with his enormous heart. Giant in every sense. He even appeared on TV shows like The Tonight Show and The Oprah Winfrey Show. This Harlequin Great Dane became a media sensation. And although he had a bandana as his personal trademark, he didn't need accessories to stand out. People often wondered if they should ask him for an autograph, or should I say a potograph. Sorry, that's my sense of humor. But Gibson's life was not just about height and fame, it was also about courage and resilience. Behind the scenes, Gibson faced a tough battle against bone cancer, which eventually led him to lose a leg and later his tragic sacrifice. That's why his story, full of ups and downs, became a source of inspiration for many. Now that we've learned about Gibson's incredible story, are you ready for the next chapter in our Great Dane adventure? Stay tuned, because the next dog promises to be just as amazing. Number 3. Buckle up your collars, because we're about to meet Titan, a Great Dane who not only barked loud, but also reached a dizzying height. With an official height of 42.25 inches, this canine giant became the tallest dog in the world, just a hair taller than his predecessor, Gibson, literally. But Titan, an American white with eyes that told stories beyond the visible, was no ordinary dog, unfortunately. Want to know why? Let me tell you. Titan's life wasn't just a matter of height. This giant faced unimaginable challenges. He was epileptic, deaf, and partially blind. However, that didn't stop this brave Dane, who learned to respond to commands through touch and sign language. He even needed regular acupuncture and chiropractic sessions to stay in shape. I'm talking about a dog with more demanding regimen than many of us, believe it or not. Despite his health problems, Titan didn't let anything stop him and achieved fame that led him to appear on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Sadly, on March 31st, 2010, Titan left us. But his legacy lives on. His owner, Diana, has used his fame to educate the public about Great Danes, especially about the health issues of white specimens. Ready to meet the next colossus on our list? Make sure not to miss the next furry giant whose story is as big as his size. Number 2. Hold on to your seats or sofas if you have a Great Dane at home, because we're going to talk about Giant George. This blue dog wasn't just big, it was like having a dinosaur at home. With his impressive 43 inches of height, this Great Dane became the king of records and the terror of low sofas. Imagine traveling by plane and the flight attendant says, "Excuse me, can you share your pillow with the dog next to you?" Yes, George not only flew, but occupied an entire row of seats on the plane. That's what traveling with legs stretched out looks like. Born in 2005, George was a dog of contradictions. A giant who was afraid of water and preferred golf carts to puddles. He was so large that when he went on shows like Live with Regis and Kelly and Good Morning America, the other guests probably thought they were going to interview a horse. But it wasn't all glamour and flashes for George. Despite his Guinness World Record size, he had a heart as big as his stature. This gentle giant was a dog with common fears, like being alone. Who would have thought that the world's largest dog needed a hug to sleep? George left us on October 17, 2013. But his legacy lives on. His story, told in his owner's book, reminds us that no matter the size, all dogs have a special place in our heart. And now, as we get ready to meet number 1, are you wondering if there's any dog that surpasses George? Stick with me to discover the champion of the Great Danes. Number 1. Wait, there's more. I know you thought Zeus from Texas was the biggest Great Dane to have ever existed, but let me introduce you to the true titan of this breed. Another Zeus, also a Great Dane, but this one hailed from Otsego, Michigan. This giant, owned by Kevin and Denise Dorlag, marked a before and after in the history of giant dogs. This Michigan Zeus was no ordinary dog. He measured an impressive 44 inches from paw to shoulder, and when he stood on his hind legs, he reached a height of 8.20 feet. Imagine walking a dog that could look over some cars. This Zeus was so large that probably, during walks, people thought it was a mini horse in disguise. This colossus was named the tallest dog in the world by the Guinness World Records in 2013. At 7 feet, 5 inches tall, on his hind legs, Michigan Zeus was not just a dog, he was a monument. Every time he stretched, it was like watching a mythical creature in action. Unfortunately, Zeus left us on September 3rd, 2014, showing signs of old age. Despite his departure, his legacy remains enormous. This Zeus not only broke records, but also shattered molds about what it means to be a Great Dane. So, as we remember Zeus from Michigan, the true giant among giants, we wonder, will there ever be another dog to reach or even surpass his legendary size? In the world of Great Danes, everything is possible. Before we end this amazing journey through the world of Great Danes, I have a special invitation for you. Join me in discovering our top 5 best commenters. Who knows, maybe among them your name might appear sharing your experiences or anecdotes with these furry giants. And thus, we finish our incredible journey through the world of the most extraordinary Great Danes of all time. These tales of gentle giants full of love, size, and surprises remind us that in the canine realm, greatness goes far beyond stature. If you've enjoyed discovering the furry colossi and their incredible stories, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating adventures. Hit like, Activate notifications and join our community of dog enthusiasts and lovers of amazing stories. Don't go away, because each new video is a journey into the most amazing and affectionate adventures in the world of our four-legged friends. Until next time, animal lovers,